Hello, wherever you are, and welcome to episode 14 of the Regen Racing Podcast. I'm your host, Dino, and I'm here with the brains of the operation, Nath. How are we doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well, Dean.
Good, good. I'm pretty excited for this week. Obviously, Formula E is back.
Yes, it seems like so long ago. We've waited for so long, and so many things, so many new things. It feels like a whole different series almost, but it's nice that Formula E Season 5 kicking off this weekend.
It's exciting. You know how I could tell?
Yeah.
We had quite a few downloads in our host Transistor's website, and I thought, we haven't released an episode in a month, so things really must be heating up. And why is that? Because it's in the weekend.
Nice. Well, welcome then. If you're just downloading this for the first or second time, welcome along.
Yep, we're very happy to share our love of Formula E with anyone who will listen to us. So, let's get the show started. What is your media of the week?
My media of the week is an oldie, but it's a goodie. I haven't been watching too much or listening to too much, but I have been filling up some spare time watching reruns of The Office, the US version though, not the UK version.
So who is the main guy in the US version?
It revolves around the Jim and Dwight relationship. So that is Rainn Wilson and what's his name, John Krasinski. Krasinski?
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
They seem like they'd be a pretty good duo.
Oh, have you not watched it?
Sadly, not. No.
Oh,
no. I know the UK one, like everyone does. But sadly, not something I have ventured into.
The US one is hands down better than the UK one.
Oh, okay.
It's less cringy and more hilarious. First season takes a little to get through, but then they really start finding their stride in the second and third season.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
What have you been mediaing up lately, Dean?
Another game. After playing Hyperboost last episode, I thought, well, let's see what's on sale on Black Friday. So I picked up Motorsport Manager 3.
Ooh, so it's a manager type game?
Yes, yep. If you've played Football Manager or any of those other sort of sim games, you pick your drivers and there's different stats that they have, such as focus and, cornering and all that sort of thing. And really it's just about getting through the leagues and making it all the way to the top. Obviously there's different things you can get for your guys and different parts of the car you can upgrade and your sort of home base as well. So yeah, it's very much in that sort of it's in that sort of thing.
A couple of very important questions. Does it have real drivers in there?
No, sadly not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have any electric car racing in there though?
No.
Oh.
It has LMP1 cars, so they've got hybrid sort of engines, but that's about it. Now it's got single seaters, it's got like touring cars, and it's got the LMP1 cars, the hybrids. So,
oh, cool. I suppose you've got to leave
different.
something for Motorsport Manager 4.
Yeah, I guess so. Formula E, Motorsport Manager 4, get onto it.
Yeah. So, moving into the news. Lots of news. This time. I suppose it's been a few weeks, so lots of things to catch up on.
There has been. So, Dragon announces a new partner, GOX, which is an Italian shoe manufacturer. So, they still haven't released their livery for the season. It should be any day now. They're running out of days until the season opener.
Yeah, I can understand them waiting until having the new partner, a new sponsor involved to get that livery out there. Maybe there's something else they haven't released yet either.
Yeah, true. Yep. No idea this company. No idea what their colours are for their logo. But yeah, they're going to release it. They could be releasing it right now as we're talking. So,
well, hopefully there's time for the paint to dry on the car before they turn up in Riyadh.
Yeah, there must be some pretty late nights going on right now. Yep, so there's that. Felix Rosenqvist. Now, we thought we wouldn't see him again, but he's making his return to Mahindra Racing for a one-off appearance in place of Pascal Wehrlein. So, he is going to be at Riyadh for the first race instead of Pascal, and that is because I believe I read somewhere that Pascal Wehrlein has something in his contract that he hasn't released until the end of this year. And of course, the opening
Ooh.
race is before the end of the year. So,
Oh, that's gutting.
so that's pretty unfortunate that we won't see him.
Yeah.
I'm not really too bothered. I think it's fine. Pascal Wehrlein, good driver. He'll pick it up easily enough.
Yeah. I feel for Pascal himself though, a new series involved in, it just feels like he's turning up a bit late to the party.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, that's what I read somewhere in the internet sphere. So, unfortunate.
And also starting up in a couple of weeks, not only season 5 of Formula E, but new series as well.
The Jaguar I-Pace eTrophy, and the grid has been released, Nath. Do any names sort of pop out to you, Nath?
Well, obviously, there's one name right down the bottom of the grid, or bottom of the list, number 99, Simon Evans from
Evans. Oh,
Team Asia New Zealand. Yes,
he sounds pretty familiar.
Yes, younger brother of Mitch Evans.
Yep, that's the one.
So yeah, straight away, it's always nice new series having someone a familiar name or a familiar face to cheer on. So we'll be supporting him pretty hard. Apart from that, not a whole lot of other names that stand out to me.
Okay, well, how about you run through the grid? There's some interesting ones there.
Yeah, I'm probably going to butcher some of these, so apologies in advance. Kaka Bueno from Jaguar Brazil Racing. Alice Powell, Jaguar VIP car, Great Britain. Catherine Legg, Rahal Letterman Langen Racing. Brian Sellers, Rahal Letterman Langen Racing. Celia Martin, Weissman Jaguar eTrophy Team Germany. Tao Wang from Team China. And Yaki Zhang from Team China. Sergio Jimenez from Jaguar Brazil. Banda Elisai. Banda Elysia. No, I'll try this again, third time. Banda Elisai from Saudi Racing. And Ahmed bin Kanan from Saudi Racing. And then Simon Evans from Team Asia New Zealand.
Hashtag not bias. Yep.
Yeah. So a good, quite a diverse group. We've got some ladies in there, which is awesome to see, and just lots of people from lots of interesting different places.
And the VIP car. Do you know about the VIP car? Do you remember our talks about that a wee while ago?
I don't remember that, so fill me in again, Dean.
Okay, so the VIP car is a seat that is specific for a celebrity or someone from the racing world to compete, and I think it is only for the specific round.
Oh, so it changes every round.
I think so, which would be interesting to see who they get in. So, yeah, Alice Powell was, I think, the first female to get points in GP3 history.
Right.
Yeah, so interesting fact there for you.
Yeah, and she's still quite young, only 25.
All right, yeah. And also Catherine Legg, who raced in, I think, the first Formula E race in Season 1. So she's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Winner and podium, Nath. Who you got? Considering we don't know any of these guys, really.
Considering we know nothing, look, Simon Evans all the way. We're just gonna go hard from the start. Start claiming it. Yep. I'm excited to see. I'm actually starting to get excited for the I-Pace eTrophy. It's been something that's been hard. I've found hard to get excited about. The thought of SUVs kind of in a pre-warm-up race, but actually seeing some of these names out there now, and it's become more real, and interested to see how it's gonna pan out.
I think it's something that'll grow on you. Obviously, if you have a driver from a specific country that you are from, there is more chance that you'll actually check it out.
Yeah,
and yeah, there's some Saudi guys there, Brazil, China, the US, Germany. So yeah, there's a good range.
What's your prediction for winner and podium, Dean?
Oh, you got to go Simon Evans, don't you? Really? Um, and I don't know. I reckon the Brazilian guys, Sergio Jimenez
Mm,
and Kaká
yeah.
Bueno. Yeah, we'll go with them.
I think Catherine Legg. My money's on her to finish strongly. She's got a bit of previous experience in the Formula E and electric car ecosphere, so I think she's going to have a bit of a head start.
Yeah, yeah, she probably does. Okay, this one's close to home, Nath. New Zealand. There's a new bid coming in for Auckland downtown as a race for Formula
Yes.
E 2019 or 2020.
So this is very exciting for us because so far all of these Formula E races from the previous 4 seasons have all been very far away. So yeah, new bid by a consortium here in New Zealand led by Vector Energy and from AUT and a few other organisations as well, looking to get a race here in Auckland as part of Formula E Season 6. So there's a lot of things to fall into place with local and central government, but it's very exciting.
Yeah, I think New Zealand's seen as a country that really looks after its environment and wanting to push the envelope on being 100% renewable, and I think that's by 2035 and carbon neutral by 2050. So they think that this could raise awareness having a race in Auckland, and obviously it's only good for the country to have these sort of international spectacles come to New Zealand.
So it seems like Formula E as an organisation is keen to have a race either in New Zealand or Australia. It's certainly sounding very positive so far. So we will wait with fingers crossed and bated breath.
The former Formula One driver Mark Webber has thrown his support behind the bid as well. He's a Porsche ambassador. We'll get to a bit of news with Brendan Hartley later, but he said that someone needs to lead the charge here, and I'm pleased that Auckland appears to be jumping at the chance. So hopefully they can make it happen.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'm sure we both would jump at the chance to get up there. It's only an hour and a bit flight to head up to Auckland, so well, it's going to be a little bit more for you next year, but I'm sure that won't stop you.
No, not at all. And talking of other races in new locations, Formula E is keen to host a race in Seoul, Korea during its 2019-2020 championship.
So yeah, the Seoul race is slated to take place around 2020. I think it's good. I think it's, there's a lot of Korean battery manufacturers. Who's your favourite Korean manufacturer of tech, Nath?
I thought you were going to ask me who's my favourite Korean battery manufacturer, and that's a pretty obscure question.
Yeah, it is. So we'll just go tech company.
Yeah, look, to be honest, probably Hyundai.
Oh, wow! I didn't expect that. Okay.
Well,
I was thinking LG, Life's Good, or Samsung, obviously.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't own any LG or Samsung or Hyundai for that matter. So that's yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I'm just gonna cut that out. Great. Okay.
Well, no, let's put it this way. Yeah, like maybe something we haven't seen a lot of Hyundai electric vehicles or much come out of them in that way. So maybe this will be a good stepping stone for them.
I saw, in fact, 2 Hyundai Konas today, fully electric.
Really?
I did. Yes. They look awesome. And I would love one. Yeah, I think they're a company that pushing things forward in the electric space, and they have a lot of their range is actually going to be going electric, I think. So yeah, they're one of the ones that really I could see in Formula E in the future.
It goes against a lot of things, but I would love to see a match up between the Kona and the Jaguar I-Pace. Yeah,
Yeah.
both in that 5-door crossover kind of SUV
Yeah.
electric car. So
Yeah. Oh well. We just need a SUV version of the EPCS if that's ever going to take off.
yeah,
Very good. Okay. Fan boost. It is now 5 drivers getting the fan boost. I know you really don't fancy this, Nath, but I am super excited that 5 drivers will now be getting fan boost.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been a fan of fan boost in the past. Never voted on fan boost out of principle, but I see this as a positive step.
Yeah. I have already placed like 5 votes for Mitch Evans and 1 for Tom Dillman. Come on, Tom.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think this is good. Previously in the past, we've seen the same 3 or 4 drivers taking up fan boost every race, especially towards the end of the season. It got quite tiring. So hopefully this will freshen things up.
Guess who was at the top?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Before you check, who was at the top? Just give me a guess. Who do you think really has such a big following that they could potentially knock others off the top?
I'm going so far. Either Jean-Eric Verne
Incorrect.
or Sam Bird.
The 2 new guys, Stoffel Van Dorn and Felipe Massa.
Really?
Yeah, I looked this morning.
That's quite exciting.
I looked this morning and Stoffel Van Dorn had over 50% of the vote.
Mate.
And then I think at that point in time, no one else had over 10%. And, but now I think it's like 43, and I think Felipe Massa's got about 17 last time I checked. So they are way out in front. It's going to be interesting to see if someone can peek them back.
Yeah.
So yes, it'll be different this time. I think it's not a given that someone like Sebastian Buemi or Jean-Eric Verne, even the likes of Lucas de Grassi get fan boost.
Yeah. So currently looking at this is at 7:55 on the on New Zealand time on the 12th of December. Just to really date this, Stoffel Van Dorn is on 42%, Felipe Massa 16%, and then we've got Antonio, Felix da Costa, Daniel Abt, and Lucas de Grassi all 5 to 8% down the bottom. So Stoffel Van Dorn, he's coming in hot.
It's incredible. I wouldn't have predicted that, but there you go. Stoffel Van Dorn. Okay, so the fan boost. 5 drivers will get an extra 25 kilowatts of additional power, and this is also in addition to the new attack mode that is going to be introduced to Formula E. And the fan boost will only be made available from 22 minutes onwards in each race. So it's a one push, 25 kilowatts of extra power. I mean, this would be interesting to see if we had attack mode and fan boost going at the same time to see how much speed they would get down straights. I'm wondering if they can do that. I'm sure that's probably going to be done at some point.
It's going to be interesting to see how the new drivers and old drivers are going to make the most of these new rules, these new different periods within the race. It's going to be very interesting to see. There's a lot of new changes coming in, so
yeah, and it's open now. Fan boost is open, so get the votes in.
How often can you vote, Dean?
You can vote once every 24 hours.
Excellent.
Yep. So do it. Do it now. Do it tomorrow. Up into the race. Right. The second seat at Nissan Dams has been filled, Nath.
Excellent.
Oliver Rowland has taken the second seat. So he was going to be, I think, reserve driver. But he has been put into the team. And I think he was Charles Leclerc's main rival for Formula 2 in 2017. So he is replacing Alexander Albon, who is now at Toro Rosso in Formula 1, who unfortunately is replacing our beloved Brendan Hartley. He's done a couple of races in Formula E. So in 2015, he drove in Punta del Este with Mahindra in place of Nick Heidfeld. and finished 13th. So he's done at least one
That's quite
race.
respectable.
So he knows at least a little bit of what he's doing.
Yeah. And a very high caliber coming across from Formula 2. Obviously, probably been waiting for a Formula 1 seat to open up, so it's great to see him come across to Formula E.
Yeah, and good to see a driver that really was giving Charles Leclerc a bit of a run for his money as well. So that always helps with such a high pedigree. So 2015, he has a first place in Formula Renault 3.5 and a eventual third in Formula 2 in the last couple of years. Done a few bits and pieces with Le Mans 24 Hours and World Endurance. So yeah, I think a good range of experience there with hybrid systems as well. Right, I'll be interested to see how he gets on.
Yeah, interesting to see how the dynamic plays out between him and Sebastian Buemi.
It's kind of a hard teammate to have, Sebastian Buemi, though. I mean, would you pick him as a rookie to be your teammate? I don't think so.
I think hopefully they get on well and it's a good relationship.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Brendan Hartley was dropped from Toro Rosso from the Formula 1 this season after scoring only 4 points, but he has been announced as a Porsche factory driver once again. So, will he be in Formula E for their entry in Season 6? Nath?
Oh, look, fingers crossed. He seems to be right in the right position at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't, we hope for our sake in Formula E that he doesn't get too tied down into anything else over the next year. But he's had great success in the Le Mans with Porsche as well. So he's got some of that electric and hybrid experience. And so, yeah, hopefully, can only hope.
Yeah, so Porsche Motorsport chief Fritz Enzinger confirmed that its first Formula E driver was already decided and would be announced shortly. Now, I'm not sure what shortly is, but he said ahead of the start of testing this spring. We should find out fairly shortly. Can you imagine what it would do if their lineup, Porsche coming in, was like, Fernando Alonso doesn't have a driver, let's just sign him as well as Brendan Hartley. The shockwaves that would send is just incredible.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that they just do it.
Oh, it would be so great. And those drivers that have been competing in Formula 1 at that really high level that it is coming across to Formula E, it's so great to see.
Yeah. The only thing with Fernando Alonso is he'd have to finish his World Endurance Championship with Toyota before Porsche could go and steal him. Let's hope it happens.
Yeah.
Now, we had a couple of replies from our fans, friends of the show, just a couple, for our best to boring for the teams. That was the best livery, the most boring livery, although we haven't seen Dragon. Best team lineup, the most boring team lineup, best new driver reveal, and also the most boring new driver. So do you mind reading these out, Nath?
Yes, so thank you to all who responded. So Harley Grove from Formula E Armchair Experts Facebook page. The best livery, Neo. The most boring livery, Venturi. Best lineup, Audi. I agree with him there. Most boring lineup, don't think it's boring, but stale perhaps, BMW.
That's the worst.
The best new driver, Wehrlein, Pascal Wehrlein. And the most boring new driver, Gary Paffett. Just feels he's a bit too old to start Formula E.
Oh, that's rough. Harley, thanks for that. I don't agree with Venturi being the most boring, but Neo, right on the spot.
Yeah. And along those comments, Formula 1 reviews from Dan on YouTube, he also agrees Venturi with the most boring livery.
Yeah, I don't know where this is going, but yeah, Venturi, great livery.
BMW for the best livery.
Yep,
the best team lineup, Audi, again. Most boring team lineup, Neo.
He's way off. He's way off.
He said it's pretty hard to decide.
Yeah, it is.
And agreeing with Harley, he's said the best new driver, Pascal Wehrlein. But the boring new driver, Alexander Sims.
Yeah, Yeah, I think Alexander Sims, I don't know. It's not like such a big signing like Stoffel Van Dorn or Felipe Massa. He's just, just there. Seems like a quiet dude, so hopefully he can prove us wrong, I guess.
Hmm.
So, the final lineup: Audi, Lucas de Grassi and Daniel Abt; DS Techeetah, Jean-Eric Verne and Andre Lotterer; Virgin Racing, Sam Bird and Robin Fraines; Mahindra Racing, Jerome D'Ambrosio and Pascal Verline, and Felix Rosenquist for the first race; Nissan Edams, Sebastian Buemi and Oliver Rowland; Jaguar, our man, Mitch Evans, and of course, Nelson Piquet Jr., Venturi, Felipe Massa and Eduardo Mortara; Neo, Oliver Turvey and Tom Dillman; Dragon, Jose Maria Lopez and Maximilian Gunther, what a great name; BMW Andretti, Antonio Felix da Costa and Alexander Sims; and last but not least, HWA Race Lab with Gary Paffett and Stoffel Van Dorn. Now, Nath, we're doing first to last.
Yes.
Who is winning the driver's title this year? Will we see a fifth different champion for Season 5? Or will Jeff go back to back?
Why don't you kick this off, Dean? Because I agree with you in a lot of these.
Okay.
I think it's easier if I just say what I disagree with rather than...
Okay, here we go. Number 1, I've got Audi Sport. I think they will win the championship back to back. DS Techeetah in its second. Panasonic Jaguar in third. I think Mitch Evans and Nelson Piquet are going to be on fire this season. Going to end up third. Envision Virgin Racing, I think they're going to be fourth. Mahindra fifth. Nissan Edams sixth. BMW Andretti 7. Neo will drop to 8th. Venturi will drop to 9th. HWA Race Lab will be 10th as a new entry. And Dragon, Maximilian Gunther and Jose Maria Lopez. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but they will be 11th.
So I agree with you. First and second, Audi Sport with DS Techeetah. However, as much as it pains me to say, I think Sam Bird and Envision Virgin will take it out over our man Mitch Evans and Panasonic Jaguar. Now, below that, I found that very hard to rank the rest of those. There's new teams in there. There's lots of driver changes, so I think it's anyone's game in that bottom 5th to 11th place.
Yeah, the only one I could see is swapping Mahindra with Nissan Edams just because of Sebastian Buemi. Potentially. But yeah, I think it's a pretty solid list. Let us know if you disagree with my list and Nathan's list. If you think Jaguar is going to get in the top 3 or not. And if you disagree that Dragon is going to be down the bottom. So I really hate doing that, really. I really hate it. Yeah. hello@regenracingpodcast.com, Twitter and Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us on episode 14. Can't wait till this weekend. It's going to be a big one. And can't wait till the next podcast. Lots more to talk about. We're back into it again for season 5 of Formula E.
Back into the podcast. We're going to try and do it a lot more and have it not too long after the races. So we'll see you next week.
Catch you later.